Hello yogis, today we're going to do a flow and a stretch that will get right into your IT band. It will loosen out your hips. It's perfect if you're a runner, if you do horse riding or cycling, or even if you spend long periods of time sitting. On my website you'll see there's an image on there on how to stretch out your IT band, and I'm always talking about it in my classes. The more you can release your IT band, which runs from your hip down to your knee, the better your legs will function, the squarer your hips will be, and it will even help you to relax your shoulders. But it's a tricky move to get into. It's even better if you can get someone to do it for you and stretch your knee and your hip away. But I'll show you how to get into it now. We'll talk through it slowly. We'll do two stretches. One will be a standing stretch for the side of your legs, and the other one will be one where we're lying down on the mat. It's a slightly weird, twisty one, guaranteed to give you body dyslexia, but we'll take it slowly. We'll start off with a gentle flow to just warm up, loosen out hips, and then we'll get into the stretches. So check that your feet are hip width apart. Push your hips forwards, relax your shoulders down, then roll your shoulders back. Keep your chin tucked in, squeezing your shoulder blades together, holding in your tummy, and then roll forwards, stretching your arms around to the front, crunching in through your core, then drop your shoulders down. Take a big breath in, shrugging up to your ears, and as you breathe out, drop down. Breathe in again, shrugging up to your ears, and drop down. Breathe in again, shrugging up, and then drop down, and roll your shoulders back. Stretch your hands out to the sides. Think about where your shoulder blades are and drop your shoulder blades down your back. Take a big breath in, stretching your arms all the way up, and then slowly circle all the way round and roll back. Stretch your arms out again, take a big breath in, lifting up, pressing your hands together, and then slowly circle all the way round and roll back. Stretch your hands out again, take a big breath in, lifting up, pressing your hands together. As you breathe out, drop your chin down to your chest, bend your elbows and squeeze them into the side of your head. Pressing your hands together, relaxing your shoulders down, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, push the palms of your hands away. Stretching under your arms, relaxing your shoulders, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, bend your elbows in. Squeezing together, take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, push your hands away again. Check that your hands are in line with your shoulders. Relaxing your shoulders down, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, bend your elbows in, press your hands together, then stretch all the way back up to the ceiling. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, fold all the way down to the mat. Tuck in your chin, keep your legs straight, and push your hips up towards the ceiling. Don't worry if you can't reach the floor, just hang down to wherever you can get to. Then bring your hands either side of your feet. Soften your knees and step your right leg back into a lunge. Checking that your knees in line with your ankle, pushing your right heel away. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, step your left leg back. And you come back into plank, holding in your tummy, pushing your heels away. Come onto your knees if you need to, otherwise tuck your elbows in, squeezing in tightly, slowly come all the way down towards the mat. Then push through and lift up, rolling your shoulders back. Pressing the tops of your feet down, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, tuck your toes under and come up into downward dog. Finding your three-way stretch, so you're pushing your head through your arms, trying to relax your shoulders, pushing your hips up towards the ceiling, then aiming your heels down. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, look forwards towards your hands and step your left foot through. If you can't reach the top of the mat, bring your hand to the back of your leg and step it up. Sink your weight down, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, step your right foot back up and fold down again. Dropping your head down towards your knees, take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, bring your hands down, either side of your feet, softening your knees again. This time, step your left leg back into a lunge. Checking everything square, stretching out from the top of your head, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, reach your right leg back. Squeezing your shoulder blades together, holding in your tummy, slowly come all the way down towards the mat again. Keep squeezing in tightly, then scoop through and lift up. Pushing your chest forwards. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, tuck your toes under and come up into downward dog. Pushing through your arms again. Aiming your heels down, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, look forwards towards your hands and step your right foot through. Sinking into your hips. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, step your left foot up. Keeping your feet hip width apart, folding back down towards the mat, then bend your knees and stretch all the way back up. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, fold down again, bringing your hands down. This time, you're going to step your left foot halfway down the mat, turning your foot to the side slightly so you can press both heels down into the mat and trying to keep your right leg as straight as you can. If you need to bend your knee, do, but try and pull your knee back as far as you can. Push the weight down onto your left hand and reach your right arm up. Try and keep your hand in line with your shoulder. Opening up your chest to the side. Now this is where you're going to try and get into your IT band. You're going to think about where your right hip is and push your hip out to the right hand side. And you're looking for a deep stretch into your hip and down the outside of your leg. Not everyone can feel it in this stretch. Don't worry if you're not getting it. Then square up your hips. Bring your right hand back down and step your left leg up. Bend your knees in and out, just loosening out. Then step your right foot halfway down the mat. Turning your heel to the side again. Tucking in your chin, stretching through the back of your left leg. Put the weight onto your right hand and reach your left arm up. Really try to turn your chest to the side, spreading your fingers out, then kick your left hip out to the side. Now you'll find one side's tighter than the other. Keep pushing your hip away, pressing your right heel down, then slowly square that back up. Drop your left hand down and step your right foot up. Bend your knees and stretch all the way up, and then slowly circle all the way round and roll back. And if you just stand for a few seconds, close your eyes, you should feel the muscles have fired up through your quads. You'll feel the muscles tightening more around your hips. Things are firing up and working, and your legs should feel more grounded. Now we'll take it down into the twisted pose on the mat. So bring your hands back down, either side of your feet. Come back into cat. Dropping onto your knees, bringing your hands beneath your shoulders. Knees are beneath your hips. Arch up your back, tucking your chin. And as you breathe out, drop your tummy down and lift up your head, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Arch up again, sucking in your tummy, crunching in tightly. And as you breathe out, drop your tummy down and lift up your head, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Come back to center. Flip your feet all the way round so that you can come back onto the mat and bring your knees up to your chest. Circle your knees around and feel your lower back ease down into the mat. Then come back to center. Drop your left foot down onto the mat with your knee bent and your right foot hooks across, so it's just resting below your knee. Flex your toes up towards your right knee, then use your right hand to push your right knee away. Now, depending on how tight your hip flexors are, you might feel a stretch in the front of your right hip here. You might not feel anything at all, but just ease that knee away, getting your hip used to the movement. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed on the mat. Then think about where the left side of your body is, and you slowly roll over onto your left side so that your right foot comes down onto the floor. You reach your left hand down to your right ankle. It's the only ankle you can see, and your right hand pushes your right knee away. And you start to ease that knee away. Now, don't worry if you have to lift up onto the ball of your foot. It's just a proportion thing. I've got short calves, so I have to lift up onto my toes to do it. Other people are fine with their foot flat. You can just gently ease away, and at the same time you're aiming your right hip down towards the mat. And you should start to feel a really deep stretch into your hip. Keep breathing into it. And then lift back up. Come back to center. Well done. Unhook and bring your knees up to your chest. And one side will feel very different to the other. Just let the muscles relax back down. Then drop your right foot down onto the mat and your left foot comes across. And we set up to do the same thing on the other side. You use your left hand to push your left knee away, rolling your shoulders back, flexing your toes up towards your knee. Then whenever you're ready, roll over onto your right side. Your right hand grabs hold of your left ankle this time. You might find it feels different from one side to the other. Then use your left hand to push your left knee away. Stretching into your hip. Easing your knee away from you. Keep using your out breath to push down, aiming your left hip down towards the mat and pushing your left knee away. Then slowly come back to center, bringing your knees back to your chest and circle your knees around again. Then stretch your arms above your head. Point your toes away from you, giving your body a full stretch. Take a big breath in. And as you slowly breathe out, circle your arms around your sides. Roll your shoulders back and feel your body relax down into the mat.